Let's begin the show. The Islamic State, also known as Daesh with its roots in Iraq and Syria, was founded by Abu Musab al-Zawahiri in 1999. The terrorist Islamist group, which follows the Salafi Jihadist branch of Sunni Islam, gained global prominence in 2014 and rapidly spreads its footprint in South Asia, the region with a large Muslim population. A recent leaked document has revealed Islamic State using Afghanistan as its safe haven to operate and target important installations in Europe, Asia and United States. A report.
Recent deadly attacks by the Islamic State in South Asia, including Pakistan, Afghanistan and India, indicate the growing presence of ISIS in the region. According to leaked Pentagon memos, ISIS is re-emerging in Afghanistan and plotting attacks across Europe, Asia, and aspirational plots against the United States. The leaked memos indicated that specific targets included churches, embassies, and business centers. According to the Washington Post, which was the first outlet to report the news, ISIS has coordinated 15 specific plots from Afghanistan since the U.S. withdrawal in 2021. The deadly suicide bomb at Kabul International Airport in August of 2021, for example, which killed 13 U.S. service members, was set off by an ISIS member.
We may talk about ISIS targeting targets in Afghanistan, but when it comes to state stability, especially the stability of Taliban government, the Taliban government believes that these attacks do not disturb it at all. Yes, when they do attempt to attack Taliban or the state of Afghanistan, then the Taliban does take action and it takes severe action. So far what we have seen is a jugalbandi of sorts, where the ISIS keeps on targeting Shias largely and the Taliban is more or less comfortable with it.
The Newslines Institute, a U.S.-based think tank, says that ISIS in South Asia is concerned with recruiting for the Khorasan branch, and thus seeks to leverage online networks and local politics to form cells and conduct sporadic attacks. The group poses the greatest threat in Afghanistan and Pakistan, countries reeling from decades of war, insurgency, weak governance, and political instability, further complicated by difficult topography.
All power vacuums will always lead to this kind of a terrorist organization coming up, irrespective of where it is. Now, the question, of course, is could America went in to block that power vacuum. After 20 years, losing the war, what were they realistically meant to do? It was, they just can't keep throwing troops and money into a war which isn't going anywhere. So they had to kind of move out. I don't think the power vacuum this time is as big as it was the last time. The last time the Taliban literally allowed things to happen, and that is why they lost their state.
The Islamic State has a massive presence in Pakistan's Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces, which share borders with Afghanistan. These provinces have witnessed frequent terror attacks by ISIS, as the outfit wants to establish its prominence in the region. In March, a suicide bombing by the Islamic State in the Sibi area, Balochistan, killed 9 policemen. The outfit has also been involved in carrying out terror attacks in India's Jammu and Kashmir, especially targeting the security forces in that region. The existence of the Islamic State in the region is a wake-up call, as the outfit has already announced the Islamic State of Hind province in May of 2019. The Islamic State's growth in these regions indicates that the Islamist group may aim to launch a violent campaign when conditions are suitable. Countries in the South Asian region, and world over, as well as international organizations and groups, must remain watchful of ISIS operations and make attempts to curb their growth by drawing attention to their tactics, leaders, and methods of financing. The threat of terror is a real one in South Asia, and concerted and coordinated efforts are required to curb terrorism and violence.